Hi everyone, it is Carol from Lily Rose Blue. Astrid tried to jump and get away once again. So we have Astrid and Amber, my trusty sidekicks. Although Astrid, she's been a little ornery lately. If any of you have been watching previous videos, not once but twice, Astrid has gone missing. So I'm going to have a little chat with her and figure out why she's upset or why she keeps trying to get lost. Anyway, tongue in cheek there, you guys. Yes, I do have a not great voice. I am a little bit under the weather. I should be mailing out some cards. I should be still rearranging my scrapbook room. More on that in a minute. My craft room, scrapbook room, junk journal room. That's a Freudian slip. It's been the scrapbooking room for a very long time. So that's how it is affectionately known in our family. Or also one of my daughter's previous bedrooms. I just had this desire to hop on and do a video. I just really wanted to. I think I may have said this, but it is Tuesday, October 3rd. Welcome to October. It has been pretty hot here. We've broken some records for highs here lately, but tomorrow it is supposed to drop in temp and get actually below normal temps in the next few days. So, as I've said in previous videos, the joke is if you don't like the weather in Iowa, or I think you can insert whatever state, stick around because it'll change, right? That is just the nature of weather. I also, and maybe this is why I wanted to hop on, but I have 2 new subscribers that I wanted to give a shout out to. So I want to give a big welcome to Amazon Tammy, and also to From Cheap to Chic. These are 2 more really interesting, fun names, and I appreciate the creativity and the cleverness that goes into these names. Reminds me of a few months ago we did kind of a what's in a name video challenge, so to speak, and it was fun to hear why people have the names for their channels or their usernames for YouTube or eBay or Etsy or whatever. It's fun and interesting and enlightening. My name comes, it's a bit of a riff, so to speak, on my 3 grandchildren's names. It's not quite what you think it might be, but it's pretty close. And of course, Lily and Rose are different names. Blue can be a name now too, but it can also be a preference for somebody. So that's where Lily Rose Blue comes from. It is absolutely to honor my 3 grandchildren. And of course, I wouldn't have my grandchildren without my children. So thank you to my children and my son-in-laws. And of course, my husband for making life just super special. I thought I've been playing around with this book for quite a bit. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to check and see how much this might be if I purchased it again today. This was one of the very first books that I thrifted after I first learned about junk journaling. And I thought I would just share it with you. I've used it. I've gifted some of the pages to other people, and it's one of those things I just fall in love with this book over and over and over again. And it is the Reader's Digest North American Wildlife, an illustrated guide to 2,000 plants and animals. That's so you can see 1982. You can see that I have taken this book apart. I have a fear that this was probably worth some money, and I tore it up. Like I said, I forgot to look. Maybe that was a bit of a Freudian slip. But I just wanted to share this book with you in case you would be interested in it. Again, I love it. I find myself really enjoying it and looking through it. And of course, the first section of the book is about habitat. Here's tips on observing mammals, and here we get into mammals. And we've got the possum, which is much maligned. Possums are actually good to have. They eat a lot of insects and creatures that you really don't want. Porcupine, I've never seen a porcupine. I don't know that and based on this map, I don't know how common they are. We also don't have armadillos in Iowa, except for the Brass Armadillo, which is an antique store in the Des Moines area. And that is actually, I hesitate to call it a chain. They have brass armadillos in a few other locations. Here we have the muskrat, the nutria. I don't know about a nutria. A beaver. Bats. Moles. We definitely have moles. Story about a bat. This has been years ago, but my husband was out of town. We had a green Mercury villager, if any of you guys remember those. Early, I think it was in the 90s, I believe. And I went and picked up the kids from school, or after school care. Came home, and next thing I know, one of my children is screaming bloody murder. Come to find, and they jump back into the van, lock the doors, continue to scream, leaving my other child and I to figure out what the heck was going on. And it ended up this adorable, and I mean that, adorable itty bitty baby bat. Itty bitty baby bat was in our garage and was on the floor in our garage. Child is in the van screaming. The other child is looking at me like, should I be upset? What are we going to do here, Mom? And I ended up calling our best friends, who at that time were next door neighbors. And they came over. And neighbor Bill just put on gloves and picked up this baby bat. And it kind of laid in his hand, and we were worried that it was dead, but yet we could see it move. And I got a really close-up look at this baby bat, and it was actually kind of cute. And I mean that. It was actually kind of cute. And this was, our garage had been closed all day long, so it was dark in the garage. But it was daylight when we got home. This was, spring or summer. And we ended up deciding to just set it on the grass outside of the garage. And of course, we had to watch. And lo and behold, pretty soon, the baby bat gets up and flies away. So yes, bats are also good too. I mean, yes, they carry disease, but that's not that often. And mostly they are, they are eating insects and things, and that's what we want. Here we move on to mice and squirrels, prairie dogs, chipmunks, rabbits, woodchuck or groundhog. We call them groundhogs. I really don't know if woodchuck and groundhog are the same thing or not. We had many of those in our sweet corn field. Some skunks and raccoons and wolverines, scary things. I've only seen one at a zoo, and that was close enough. Mink and otter. We love otters in our family. Fox. I think fox are beautiful. I just think they're beautiful animals. Then we get to bears and lions, and of course now we're getting into rams and sheep and deer, which you guys know I love deer, and moose. Moose are also very cute. When I was in Alaska for work, we went to a wildlife refuge, and there were some moose there. Excuse me. And, so again, you got to see it up close. They have the cutest little ears. They really do. However, I wasn't too thrilled with the moose when, and I think I've shared the story, when we were in downtown Anchorage on a 6 or 8 lane road, getting ready to cross from our hotel over to the office building. Here we have whales. Here we're going on to birds. Where we were going to meet. I love this page just with these bird graphics. We were getting ready to cross, and the person we were with is like, don't move, don't move. And we're thinking she's crazy. We're not understanding. And, there was a big old moose in the boulevard, and you have to respect them because they will come get you. They do not need to be provoked. That is a fallacy. Moose do not need to be provoked to decide to do you bodily harm. That's why our person from Alaska was telling us not to move. I think we stood there for 2 or 3 lights before the moose decided to kind of meander away, and she told us it was safe to move on. So that's my two moose stories, and that's all I got. No more in my repertoire. Here we're getting into raptors. If you saw my video of my Friendship Friday mail from Carol at Crinkled Path, you saw that she sent me lots of bird things, and in particular owls and raptors. And I think she's inspired me to do a raptor journal. And here we have quail and pheasants, doves. I should put this in my pile to make junk journals for my nephew. Owls, that's a great niece junk journal. My kids think I should get a tattoo of a hummingbird. I do not have a tattoo. We all kind of have our flying insect animal kind of thing that we've chosen. And they said mine was the hummingbird. Here's some beautiful woodpeckers. I don't know about a tattoo. I just don't. I don't know. Haven't decided. I kind of don't think so. Here we have reptiles and amphibians. Not my thing. Yikesies. We're going to just keep moving through this. And then you have crustaceans, and then you get into some trees. And these pages are beautiful, and they're not very glossy. This is just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book. And then you get into some flowers. And again, love these pages. Then you get into, there's cacti, flowers, and things like that. Cindy was my 250 subscriber winner. And spoiler alert, she is getting a few pages out of this book. And I tried to pick some that come from her part of North America. And that's what I try to do whenever I send some of these pages to people, is I try to make it, you know, geographically correct, so to speak. So this is this book, Reader's Digest, North American Wildlife. I highly recommend it. I wanted to share it with you. And then this is a book, I've been savoring this book. I have taken probably 2 or 3 months to finish this book because I didn't want it to be done. This reminds me a little bit of what comes to mind is a couple books that Carrie from The Paper Monkey has shared recently. And I know, like, there's a designer that Carol from Crinkled Path and Angela at the Traveling Crafter like. Anyway, this book reminds me of that. I think I showed this when I got it. That was my bookmark. Never mind. But I just wanted to quick share it again. Vintage Vavoom, Romantic Decorating with One-of-a-Kind Finds, from the editors of Romantic Homes magazine. This was a withdrawn book from the Shenandoah Public Library, Shenandoah, Iowa. Also home of the Kitchen Clatter. You've seen Angela and I show some of those Kitchen Clatter books. This copyright is 2007. The ISBN number is 978-0307-38274-0. And I just love the graphics in this. I want to purchase another one. I believe, don't quote me, before I post this video, I'll look at both of these books and tell you what they're going for these days. Either I couldn't find this or it was very expensive. But look at this for like a farmhouse journal, even a cookbook journal. Aren't those vintage linens just amazing? And these, here's more linens. This book just keeps going and going and going. I love that clock face, just these different things. And it also is trying to teach you how to shop, what to keep, how to clean some things. Look at this. I'm a dish lover. Dish lover, lover, lover. So was my mother. I have her china cabinet. Well, actually, the china cabinet is my dad's parents, but it's full of dishes that come from various family members. But she's the one who inspired my love of dishes. And these are pie. What do you call these? Oh, they're pie. I can't think of the name of them. Anyway, they're associated with pie. Just some gorgeous. Here's their shopping list. There's some crowns up there, tiaras. This book is just, look at this. Just love. I love every page. There's a cricket image. Still don't quite understand cricket. I do watch a lot of British television. Love this. Oh, see? Linens. Oh, Maine. Look at that, Sarah from New England Junk Journal. And thread. More linens. And this book is highly glossed, though. I just wanted you to know that. Be aware. That's super cool. Some of these images, look at this stock farm, and you've got the The cow and the chicken and the sheep and the pig. This pig. I like cows too. I like farm stuff. Here you get into some more beach themed. Here's your scale. I will tell you that vintage scale that I purchased. Look at that linen. I've cleaned it up, and actually it works, or it works fairly well. So I've been weighing stuff that I've been shipping out using that scale, and it sits in my kitchen, so it's decorative when I'm not using it. Again, more you get the idea of this book. Look at that hutch. But I just thought I'd share this with you. I did love this. I did finish this book tonight. I went out and sat outside for a few minutes and decided it was time. So I finished it. My plan is I will check to see what this is worth, but my plan is to cut this up or take this book apart and use the images in junk journaling. But anyway, just thought I'd share these two books with you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you to my new subscribers. Again, Amazon Tammy and From Cheap to Chic. Thank you for subscribing. If you guys enjoyed this, hit like. If you have watched or you watch this video, think about subscribing. No pressure. I'm just mentioning it. And comment if you would like to. All of those things are great things. And thank you for bearing with me and indulging me this evening. I just wanted to do a video. I just did. So thank you for hanging in there with me. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, have fun, and God bless. Good night.